Good morning and happy 7th of December. Can you believe that we're a week in to Vlogmas? I don't know how that happened. So I am working again today and I have done one primary school. I'm on my way to a second primary school for a meeting, and then this afternoon I'm in a secondary school for an observation and another meeting. It's a busy old day again for me today. I'm currently sitting in traffic. I don't know what's happened. I work across Brighton and Hove in lots of different provisions, so yeah, there's a lot of travelling in my job and sometimes there's a lot of traffic. But I have got a bit of extra time over lunch today. Quite often I don't get a lunch because I'm busy travelling. So I might do a bit of Christmas shopping, go for a bit of Christmas inspiration. I haven't started my Christmas shopping yet. I'm not one of these organised people. In fact, I don't really start thinking about Christmas until about now, about a week in. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to drop some library books back to the library on the way home because they're due in today and I've already renewed them. I was reading Freckles by Cecilia Ahern, but I haven't had time to finish it, and I'm not going to finish it before Christmas, so I'm going to take it back, which is a bit of a shame, but I've had a lot of reading to do for work. So yeah, anyway, later on I will show you my crafty progress. I had such a good night last night that I finished 2 things, so I'm going to show you them later. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to babble on the bench, going to brave the cold so that you can see them in hopefully good lighting. We'll see. Things I do for Vlogmas. Right, okay. Anyway, I'm just pulling up to my school, so catch up with you later. Good afternoon everyone. It is now 5 minutes to 4 and it's getting dark outside, so I didn't make it onto the bench this afternoon, which is a bit of a shame, but I've turned the exposure up on the camera, so hopefully you'll be able to see my crafty projects. Yeah, just got in and having what feels like my first cup of tea of the day, but I did have one first thing this morning, but that seems such a long time ago. Been to work, 3 schools done. I managed to pop into a couple of shops, but actually I didn't have that long over lunch. After I had about 15 minutes, so I took a tiny bit of footage and didn't buy anything and came straight back out because I needed to get to school. And I have just dropped my library books off at the library. Yeah, so sitting down having a cup of tea and thought I'd better show you my crafty progress from last night. So as I said, I finished 2 things last night. One was my crochet granny square blanket. Here it is. I'm so happy with this project and I'm so happy that it's now finished. So I was using Sheepy Soft Fun. It was a pack, I think the pack was called Jewel, and it had all these lovely deep tones in. And I was just alternating it just with a white. No, actually it was latte, it was like a creamy colour. So I was doing 1 round of colour, 1 round of the natural, and then as I got to the edge I actually did the border colours slightly thicker. and then finished it off with a double crochet around the edge just to stabilise it a bit. So yeah, very happy. It's quite big, but I think it's going to be the perfect blanket from the sofa in the winter. In fact, I might just keep that on myself now. The other thing I finished was I'm making another pair of Christmas socks. So you will have seen my colour work sock that I finished, and I've cast on the second one. And I'm also making just a textured pair out of some yarn that I got from Pixie Yarns a little while ago. And here it is. So this main colour is taut, and it's 50 gram skein, and I also bought a mini in beach, I want to say. I think it was beach. If it's something different, I'll put it on the screen. So yeah, this is the Garden Plot sock by Dana Ray Knits, and yeah, I absolutely love the texture. It's just lovely. It's this lovely ribbed sock, so it fits really well. And I did an afterthought heel, a wedge toe, and yeah, not a lot else. Quite a long cuff. I was getting a bit worried that I was running out of yarn, but I've got plenty of it left, so just got to cast on the next one now. So I'm very, very happy with them. They fit really nicely, and I wanted them to be my Christmas socks because they remind me of mulled wine. I don't know if I've said that. My brain is completely all over the place, so apologies if I'm repeating myself. So I have 2 Christmas socks done, not necessarily the same pair, but 2 Christmas socks done, and now I need to cast this one on. So yeah, so it's been a busy old day for me again today, and not very much to show you unfortunately, but tomorrow is Thursday and I only work half day on a Thursday, so I'm hoping that we might be able to do something fun tomorrow afternoon, something a bit different. But I'm going to finish my tea in my nice new Christmas mug, and I've got a few emails to do, and then I'm going to settle down with some Vlogmases. So I've been catching up with my friend Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful, been catching up with Jack from Slip Slip Ginge, who's my son, and also with Jen from Chonky Stitches, who's his girlfriend, and also the lovely Gayna from Tales from Cuckoo Land, and the other one is Sarah from Yarn Mug. So they're the ones that I've been watching. Do let me know if you're doing Vlogmas. I'd really like to have a look, or anyone else who you can recommend, because I'm always on the lookout for a new podcast. So yeah, so I'm going to catch up with a few of those later on, and yeah, just chill out I think, and do a bit more knitting. So anyway, I need to go and find a puppy. She's been on her own quite a bit today, so I think she needs some love. Hello and happy 8th of December. I've just got in, so I've been in schools all morning, and I just don't want to take all the knitwear off yet, so I thought I would come out here and have a little chat with you. So I'm snuggled up in my crystal shawl and my Ellis beanie, and yeah, it's got so cold last night, so you will have seen a bit of footage of the frost, and it's not got above freezing, and it is now just after 12. So I'm going to make myself coffee, and then I've got some emails and a phone call to do, and then I'm off for the rest of the afternoon. So I will take you along with me for that. I'm hoping to make some Christmas gifts. So yeah, I will catch up with you a bit later. It's a little bit later now, and I have just finished making some soap so I can get them ready to wrap up for Christmas gifts. I'm really pleased with how they turned out. Soap's such an easy thing to make, so I do recommend you can buy soap stuff online. It's really, really easy. You just melt it down, add what you want to. So I added coconut butter and lavender, and put them in like a silicone muffin tray. I think that's what you call it, a baking tray that's silicone. I don't have a lot of luck baking cakes with those silicone trays, so I just use them now for soap making. But yeah, so I made these lovely little soaps and used some lavender from the garden, and they smell amazing, as does my kitchen. So that's that done. What I didn't tell you before, and I think it's because I was wearing my coat when I was babbling on the bench earlier, I am wearing my Bernie sweater, which is made out of John Arbon Yarnadelic in Nobody Knows. Really lovely greeny colourway, but there's loads of colours when you look really closely at the yarn. I have got to get a wriggle on. I've got to get some baked potatoes in the oven. I've got to get changed because it's Thursday, and Thursday night is Morris dancing night, so I will be dancing away later. And so I will leave it here for today so that I can get this edited and uploaded, and I'll see you again tomorrow.